Hey everybody, welcome back to Jorge's House of Horrors. I am Jorge Chapa and this is my channel. Thank you for joining me once again. I hope you've been enjoying the videos I've been posting. It's been a lot of fun for me. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I just felt that I've been such a fan of everything that's dark and creepy, whether it's horror movies, books, cryptids, paranormal stuff. I get suckered into all that stuff and I can watch videos like that for hours. So hopefully I can provide that same kind of content for you guys out there watching. And if you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you've been watching, please tell everybody. Please tell everybody about this channel, share it. This will be the kind of videos, or these videos will be the kind of videos that will help you waste a whole afternoon. Just because you'll get suckered into all these things. And maybe you can engage down in the comments down below. So anyway, what are we talking about today? So I am going to be a proud papa in about a month. In a few weeks, our little baby girl will be born. But I always wondered, my wife does not like horror. She hates scary movies. She hates anything remotely scary, even if it's on TV, whatever. So I am a lone ranger on this, this journey where I like to watch scary movies and read horror books. So I am hoping that our little baby, when she's a little older, she can be my partner in crime that will watch stuff with me. And a lot of people I've heard, talk about how do you get your kids into, liking horror stuff? How do you ease them into that? And what do you do, how can you without scaring the crap out of them, because they're little and you don't want to traumatize these poor little people. So I have to look back and remember things that got me into loving horror. And for me, I grew up, I'm an 80s kid, and early 90s, I started reading like in 88, 89 when I was like 5 or 6, whatever. I'm old. And I remember some of the first books I ever read. And one of those books that would always creep the hell out of me was this little book, Stories That Must Not Die by Juan Salvaggio. I think that's how you say it, Salvaggio. Salvaggio? I don't know how to say his last name, but it's right there. It's the little red book that I would probably check out from the library, along with Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which I'll do another video on those books in a few weeks. But this was on a rotation with a bunch of other books. And the importance of this book to me, as a little guy growing up in South Texas on the border of the Rio Grande Valley of South Texas and Mexico, was that these stories were actually written for me and my culture. Little Mexican-American kids growing up in the South. And these were stories, or are stories, based in Mexican-American folklore. You have stories like La Llorona, and you have stories about, the handsome stranger and dancing with the devil. And who else do we have here? A devil in the well, and in love with a dead man, and all these different, stories that were passed down in Mexican American, culture and folklore. And the beauty of this book is, one of the big things that we want for our daughter is to be fluent in both English and Spanish. And this book does it all. You will see here where we have the sobbing woman, we have La Llorona. And guess what? English, Spanish. English, Spanish. And guess what? At the end of the story, what do we have here? Oh, we have a questionnaire. So our kid is not only going to learn English and Spanish, they're going to also learn how to break down text. So we can get a jump start on her education, which is beautiful. And I think this is not only just for Latino families and Mexican families like mine, but I think it's great for every family in America. Guess what? The big percentage of our demographic of Latinos is going to be? It's going to be huge. We're going to take over, and it is happening right now. Trump can't keep us all out, and I'm not going to get political, but if you want to educate your child and help them learn at least a little bit of Spanish, this is a good place to start. It's got fun stories. They're spooky stories, but they're not too spooky. And they're great for children, 4, 5, maybe 6 years old. And if you read it with them and help them read it, you can add in your own little vibe to it. But Stories That Must Not Die. I know that this was a hard book to get a hold of for many, many years. This copy, I have to be honest with you, I stole this one from my library when I was a little guy. I'm not proud to say that, but I'm not gonna apologize. Yeah, I'm not sorry. I love this book, and I got it from my daughter. Now my daughter's gonna have it, and guess what? Hopefully she'll keep it for her kids, and then we'll just pass it on down. Or maybe we'll just buy a better copy that's maybe in better condition than the one I have, because it's all stained and bent and dog-eared from years of use. So, Stories That Must Not Die. Books for kids. Get them learning English and Spanish. It's an educational book. It's spooky, and it's an introduction to horror for your kids. Yeah. So, thank you for watching. I am happy that you are watching. If you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell in the subscribe button. That'll notify you when I post new videos, and I will be posting new videos every week. And I am working on a couple of series that I'm very, very excited about, which is taking a little bit of research to do. So, bear with me, but I'm going to be popping out some content weekly. Thank you for joining me. Tell your friends, family, lovers, neighbors, whoever you see to watch these videos. If they want to waste the whole afternoon, they can kick it with me on YouTube. Stories That Must Not Die. Read this book. Spread the word. Thank you for visiting Jorge's House of Horrors.